The Global Latin Factor Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Global Latin Factor Podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. That's right. And today, no different from all the other episodes that we have a very, very, very special guest. He's a rapper, entertainer, producer, executive producer, artist, and much more. I used to know him by a different name, but now he goes by Wolfie.
Yes.
How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm good. It's been a long time.
I know. It's been a minute, and, I keep keeping up with what you've been doing.
Thank you.
But now I thought I had an idea, but I have no clue.
Yeah, we're rolling out something crazy.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and get started, but before we get started, we're going to do Vira. DJ Vira is going to be doing some questions, so...
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you some quick questions, and you just tell me which one you'd rather have. So it's going to be quick.
Cool.
All right?
Let's do it.
So it's called Preguntas al Chile.
Preguntas al Chile.
Preguntas al Chile.
All that.
All right, tacos or tortas?
Tacos.
Corn or flour tortillas?
Flour.
Gorditas or sopes?
Gorditas.
Mexican coca or jarritos?
Jarritos.
Which one?
Oh, piña.
Nice. Horchata or jamaica or tamarindo agua?
Jamaica.
Salsa verde or salsa roja?
Roja.
Menudo or pozole?
Used to be menudo, but recently it's been pozole.
Churros or flan?
Flan.
Corona 2X or Modelo or Victoria?
Victoria.
Nice. Tequila or mezcal?
Tequila.
Valentina or Tapatio? Cholula?
Cholula.
All right. Paletas de sadía, elote or mango?
Mango.
Concha brown, white or pink?
Brown.
And last one, refried beans or borracho beans?
Refried. Let's keep it unhealthy with the flour tortillas.
Real quick, and just out of curiosity for myself, what does Latino mean?
Man, what? Latino is everything.
Uh-huh.
It's everything. It's everything, man. It's the air you breathe.
All right.
No, like seriously, like you can't even put like, come on, man. Latino's such a wide thing. It's everything from, it's every culture, man. It's everything kind of, I don't even know how to put it, man. Like, that's a tough question to ask somebody because,
Yeah.
look, I'm going to keep it real. Every culture that's considered foreign to our, United States, we all got a lot of things in common. That's rice, beans, and meat.
Yeah.
We eat rice, we eat beans, and we eat meat. In Nigeria, they eat rice, beans, and meat. You know what I'm saying? In Mexico, they eat rice, beans, and meat. So it's like the culture is everywhere. Mexican culture is world culture.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like it goes side to side with so much other foreign cultures. You know what I'm saying? I think that in America, we're kind of just used to, kind of thinking that way. Like, this is Asian culture, this is Latin culture, but outside of America, it's all the same culture, I feel.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I think we do get tunnel vision to seeing it one way
Mm-hmm.
and thinking that's the only way that happens, but everybody else seeing different things, but it's kind of similar things.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
It's not all the same.
All right. So I did ask you about 3 questions that I want to touch up. I know you sent me a few things, but what is one question that you really wanted to touch up on? First of all, the name. So you used to go by IQ Music.
Yes, yeah.
And now recently you changed the name. Why did that come about?
Reason being is because in 2016, I had a meeting with Atlantic Records, and I spoke to them about an idea that I had I said, I do music. Even when I get older, I'm going to continue to do music. I'm going to continue to create.
Right.
In the industry that we're used to, there's different lanes for different people, but what I saw was like what the Gorillas did. They created an animated situation where the Gorillas, no matter how old they get, their characters will stay the same.
Right.
They can live on forever, so to speak. So I said, why not do that with me? Create a digital character. Long story short, I gave them this whole presentation about it, my idea for shows, revenue, whole 9 yards. They were like, nah, it's not realistic. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to now. It's exactly what's happening. Because of COVID, because of everything, it just kind of just brought it together. So Wolfie was me saying, okay, first of all, the album that I'm working on right now is unlike anything that I've ever put out.
Yeah, and it's self-titled, Wolfie.
It's self-titled. And Wolfie actually began as a feeling. So Urban Dictionary describes Wolfie as, the best way I can put it to you is imagine you're at your homie's house and him and his girl start getting into it nasty, right? And you're like, oh, shit. You feel like, oh, this is awkward. Yeah, that's feeling Wolfie. That's Wolfie. That's a Wolfie situation. Okay, so I grew up feeling like that almost my whole life. Awkward, just weird situations, like, whoa. So I really got in tune with my inner child on this album. I did a lot of healing through the album. That's why it's taken me 2 years to complete this album. Wow. Amazing features on this album, man. Okay. I have Capadonna from Wu-Tang on this album. I have who else do I have? I'm drawing blank. Jared Benton on this album. I have
you do some stuff with a fella named Classified sometimes. So
yes, Classified. That's my guy. He's in L.A. right now, actually, doing his thing in Los Angeles. That's cool. But anyways, I go on tangents. You know how I do. Back to the root was the change in the name was because I was creating a new identity and I didn't even realize it. And the real identity was the real me. And it's pretty cool. Like, it all kind of came down to me going through a healing process and making music through it. And everything you hear on that, I intended for placement, syncing, television, movies, commercials. So you're gonna have, and you've known me long enough to know that I can do various genres of music. Oh, yeah. A lot of this stuff is my songwriting to a T. Just beautiful songwriting. You're gonna hear opera, you're gonna hear rock, you're gonna hear a little bit of hip hop, but mostly you're gonna hear melodies. You're gonna hear real instruments. It's taken us a long time to put this together. I have the great Serge Tankian, System of a Down's lead front singer on this album. That's huge. It's a legendary rock singer on this album. Me and him have a song together on here. I got more people, but I'm drawing blanks right now.
So you think as far as IQ music, something that you had to outgrow?
No.
And then move on to the next one, or we just an episode?
I actually feel like IQ music can become something else. I think the brand itself can represent something else. I haven't figured it out yet, but I don't think it's going. I was
like Space Camp thing because
I loved
it made me think of.
And I got space heads on me.
Well, it made me think of just everything that's going on right now, especially with leaving Earth and trying to get out of there.
Ahead of our time, man.
Yeah, ahead of your time. Straight up.
Ahead of our time.
Okay, so what was another question that you wish I would have touched on today as far as everything you got going on?
Man, I'm not sure, man. Mostly it's I really want to promote the album. Really want to make sure people know that there's an album coming out. It's Wolfie. It's going to be out everywhere. Now, the way we're dropping it is important that people know this. Yeah. This is the most important part. We're not dropping it traditionally like people, where can I find it on Spotify, whatever. No, we're dropping it decentralized as an NFT. For those that don't know, NFT, Google, NFT, non-fungible token. We're putting it out there. Check this out. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to buy the album. First of all, if you don't have NFTs or crypto, please look into it. It's not a phase. It's not a fad. I'm working with people high up in the NFT market right now it's insane what's happening and what people are doing.
Yeah, because other people already done.
Yeah,
like I said, NFTs already.
Yeah, and people don't get it sometimes. They're like, I don't get it. And the way I see it is like, look, when you're an artist and you paint a picture, people sell copies of those pictures, right? There's 10,000 copies, but they're certified copies. They're certified, reprints that people frame. It's the same exact thing, but digitally. Not a big deal. You have an image. You have 10,000 versions of them. People collect them. And then you have the option, though, of burning tokens. So let's say all of a sudden people decide to burn half the supply. What happens to the value when you lower the supply?
It goes up.
Exactly. So that's how it works. And that's just a small portion of it. There's a lot that goes into it, but we won't get into that. With Wolfie, you're going to buy the NFT. The NFT is going to come with the digital version of the album. It's going to give you access to a virtual reality world that we're building for the Facebook, Meta, Oculus Quest 2, where you can go in there. Yeah, you can listen to the album, save it to your playlist, but you can also go into the world, meet with me, my digital avatar, the one you see on the cover, and you and me will go on a mission to go find my album through the city of Dallas, where we've recreated every street in downtown from Lamar Street to Reunion Tower, but it's all post-apocalyptic, falling apart. It's amazing, and it's a game. You win prizes. It's a whole experience, man. People, you know what I'm saying? It's don't listen to my album, live it with me. Let's go. So that's what we're doing with that now. And if you decide to burn the NFT, destroy that image, we will send you the physical vinyl, CD, T-shirt, hat, bumper sticker, and anything else I can come up with in my crazy mind to put the Wolfie logo on. We got skateboards, all that stuff, thanks to pushboardsusa.com.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's good, man. just coming up with different abstract designs and selling skateboards. It was just like one of those spur of the moment ideas that I had. Mm-hmm. And I set it up, and I set up the store, put the website out, ran some advertisement, and it's okay. I mean, we sell here and there, but mostly I'm using it really to promote the album.
Yeah.
So
that will be counted as a unit whenever one's sold?
No, we're not doing it that way.
Not that way?
No, not that way. But that's a good idea. Merch mints, just basically, selling a shirt with an album attached, kind of like they did that. But I'm focusing solely on that NFT sell.
NFT. Okay, so what is the difference between that and then the Gobbler Gang NFTs that you told me about, the collection that you have?
Globber Gang. Globber Gang was a crazy idea. I decided to come up with a story about 4 different THC concentrates that were on a mission to find the perfect rig to live in. And so I came up with, Dabster, Honey Wax, Hash, and Butter. And they're little characters. They're tradable on the AtomicHub.io website through Wax cryptocurrency. And you can buy them like Pokemon cards, man. There's different series. There's gold series, green series. You can buy them. You can trade them. You can use them. And that's another one of those things that we put out. And that was kind of like my beta testing in the NFT world to see kind of how that would behave and operate. Yeah. So I can get, just data on it and see what I can do. But I'm telling you, man, trust me, ahead of me, major labels are already working on these digital artists. They're signing people like me that can do different voices, different genres. So you can literally create a whole group, a whole roster of artists off of one person who's talented enough to do it. I don't have the financial backing, so what I did is, me, I learned how to do it. Latinos, you know how we go. Yeah. So we learned how to do it ourselves. So I learned how to VR code, put everything together. We're building worlds. Me and my 2 or 3 close friends of mine, shout out to Valley of the King Studio, literally taking courses and classes to figure this out because we already know where it's going. There's a need and it needs to be filled. Latinos, fun fact, rank the highest in coding and engineering. Mm-hmm. You know why? And I was just seeing that today. I was seeing a movie called Stand and Deliver. I don't know if y'all seen that.
I remember the movie from a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the concept of zero, of negative numbers, wasn't the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks and the Romans didn't even mess with that until the Mayans.
It was by the Mayans.
See, so it's in our blood. So think about that. Coding, all of that. It's very important.
I just had a mariachi band not that long ago. We interviewed, and out of the group, the 7 of them, I think about 3 or 4 were engineers.
There you go. We build stuff.
Yeah. So why was it the decision was made? Because what did you see that you felt like I need to go the NFT route for my album instead of? First of all, it's a thing that's happening now, right? Mm-hmm. It's everybody in the moment talking about it. Everybody's dropping tokens and this and that.
And mind you don't have to do one or the other. Like I have relationships with the major label, right? I'm dropping as an NFT because it gives the opportunity to put every penny in my hand first. I'm a businessman. I want every penny first. Let's drop it on the NFT because that's a whole nother market. Mm-hmm. The record labels aren't even structured. Right now, they're barely getting the structure together to drop NFT stuff. But they're, so since I'm doing it, I'm going to drop it as an NFT. Then we're going to do full distribution, physical and digital. Then you'll be able to find it on Spotify. Yeah. But that's only after the initial NFT drop, and we give it the time allotted to collect what we needed to collect. Because, Spotify ain't paying.
Yeah. How long was it that you sign the distribution and publishing with Orchard?
Yeah, the Orchard, which is a subsidiary of Sony. Yep. It was September of 2021. Yeah. Last year.
How did that situation come about?
My good friend Ian, a.k.a. Monster. If y'all know real hip-hop in the city, man, y'all look up Monster. He's a monster. But didn't mean to do that. It just happened. And so he put me on. He also has a distribution deal with them. And he, how it is. It's who you know. So me and him do music together. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna connect you with my guy. I think you and him could hit it off. And shout out to Sin Crawford. Called me up, and we set the whole thing up, man. Made it happen. And to the benefit of the artist always.
Yeah. And then from then how long have you had Voodoo Child Records now?
I had Voodoo Child Records 6 months prior to that deal.
Yeah.
So 6 months prior to that deal, I established Voodoo Child Records.
What was it that you needed to go with this one and let Space Camp go, or just
it was just a new time. It was a new place. It was just in the past. It was in the past. I hadn't moved Space Camp or anything like that in a while, and I was just using IQ Music, IQmusic.com. You know, so I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to build a house where I can get my own talent in here later, you know, and figure it out.
You feel it had too much dragging that you need to just let it be and just start from fresh?
Not necessarily dragging. It's just, I feel like I just needed a fresh perspective.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So I remember, and I don't remember where I saw it, but it was, you were talking about Guinness World Records before.
Yeah.
Whatever
Guinness
happened-
World, shout out to
whatever
Guinness
happened
World
there?
Records. They came, we did the whole thing, I spit for them, and then they canceled the category. The
Okay.
whole category, like there's nobody
So you
that...
were going for 2 categories, right? You were going
Yes.
for the fastest rapper.
Yep.
And then
The only rapper, or not the only, but I could spit, you know, in reverse,
reverse.
backwards, you know what I'm saying? So that one was a tricky one as well. We're still trying to hear back from them. We haven't heard back. So
How long ago was that?
that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even more. Even more. The fastest spitter alive thing was before I dropped Flesh and Bone, which was 2016. So that was a while back.
Yeah.
That was a while back, but I really haven't reached out. That was a lot. You know, it's a good publicity.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
but yeah.
Okay, tell me the story, because I also seen, I think it was on Spotify, that music did save your life at one time. Because when you were spitting your first bars, then you were about 10 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, yeah.
And then music saved your life. How exactly? Can you tell us that story?
You kept me from going crazy, man.
Uh-huh.
No, I mean, you know, growing up Latino, you know what I'm saying? We go through stuff, you know. Sometimes the drunk uncle or the drunk aunt is actually the drunk mom and the drunk dad.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand sometimes you know, it's very varied in Latin families. I had a crazy childhood, you know, violence in the household and crazy shit. So always my thing was I just put my headphones on, just zone out, listen to music. I was a band geek through high school, man. Music all the way. I just really took to music naturally. It was my thing. I did everything. Every instrument that I can get my hands on, I learned. From woodwinds to brass to percussion. I can play it, guitar. I love it, man. I love music. If it wasn't for music, dude, I am an overthinker. I am an overwork. I just do everything. I'm just extreme. I'm an extreme person. I have PTSD. I got manic depression. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I deal with a lot of stuff, but
You're ex-military too. Though,
yeah. So you already know, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you already know it's. I think it's a way of me, just keeping sane, and music is something I can control, move, manipulate. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's tangible for me.
Yeah.
So it keeps me going, man. It keeps me going.
That's what's up. All right, so real quickly, one more time, since we're here to talk about your album. So Wolfie is self-titled album that is going to be dropping. What is the date now that you have?
No date.
No date yet?
No date.
So at any moment.
As soon as I feel it's ready, simply because we have a lot of components. We're still on top of the VR world. We're dropping a manga, which is like a Japanese comic in Japanese, because shout out to Color Red Records. We're also collaborating with Color Red Records out of Japan to drop it. We're going to drop overseas first. Whenever we do the official drop, we're dropping Scandinavia, Japan, Eastern Europe, Australia. We're doing all that first, and then we're going to come bring it to the United States afterwards. I'm sorry, US. That's just how it has to be until y'all can appreciate better music. I'm sorry. We have to drop it internationally, but it's okay. There's VPN blockers. You can access Spotify from a server in Australia and get to my album before anybody else in the U.S. Bootleg it, do whatever you want. But we have to do it that way. Playing this game means finding a better route. You know what I'm saying? We gotta skip a lot of these middlemen out here, man. Yeah. On the cool.
And that's the reason why it has to go that way and make its way this way?
And it'll do better over there, man. People in foreign countries appreciate music a lot better than America does. Yeah. And just because it's so fast here. It's
you
so
see
fast
it in your numbers whenever you drop different projects? Like
it does better. It does better overseas in Europe. It does better in Australia. It does better in Germany. You know what I'm saying? It does good here, Dallas. It does good. You know, in certain areas, it does have numbers, but I just know just the longevity is different, man. And the type of music that we're dropping, though, honestly, I could drop it here and it would do good because it's great music. Yeah. It's great music.
What about touring at one time eventually?
Probably not.
No?
Never going to tour. Probably because, remember, I'm not going to be a physical artist anymore. Yeah. I'm going to live in a digital realm, so I'll throw concerts and people can attend on the digital space. So it's pretty cool. Think about it this way. This is what I tell Atlantic Records. And this is game. Overhead. Tour buses, catering, roadies, wires, incidentals, gasoline, food, etc., 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 groupies, etc., all that crap. Throw that out the window. You instead of hitting 60 cities, you hit 60 cities in one night. Pay-per-view event, just like they would boxing. You pay to enter. In this case, you're entering into a virtual reality world, just like Fortnite did with Travis Scott. He had a concert in the game.
Yeah.
Same concept. But we're doing it through the Oculus Quest 2. And they said I was crazy. But now, they're trying to do it.
Okay. All right. And one of the last few questions, because we run out of time, is that if someone was to Google your name in the future, what do you hope they will find?
Anything. It's all fucking cool. It's all cool, man, whether it be the fucking clothing line, whether it be the music, the person, the label, the ideas, the worlds, you know. Hopefully they see that I had something to offer in my time being here, man.
Yeah.
That I had something to leave.
You know, I think the beautiful thing about it, because I was thinking about the same thing, because you're not too seasoned, but you seasoned.
Yeah.
Age. But
We old out here, people.
But the beautiful thing about it, I was thinking about, it's not even the same anymore like it used to be. Like, if you didn't hit a certain amount of time, then pretty much your time was over. Because now, living in the NFT, the virtual world, and not to mention just being able to create still and put stuff out.
And being real about it. A lot of artists don't think about this, and this is something they need to think about. Mm-hmm. When you were a kid, you listened to certain artists who are now in maybe, their 50s?
Yeah.
Right? Snoop, Dre, for our generation.
Yeah.
Who's doing the Super Bowl halftime show this Super
Same
Bowl?
ones.
Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige. So you got to understand, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm too old for this. You're not really. Mm-hmm. Because if you're 30 and you got 10, you still got time. Like, people don't understand people, okay. A lot of artists will try to connect with people their age, or people like maybe 5 years younger, 10 years younger than them. Most of my fans, dude, straight up, shout out to my fans, by the way, all over the world. I know it's too late, or I don't know when this is going to air. You're probably not going to see this because you know why, though? But you know why? Because my fans are in middle school.
Middle school.
My fans are in elementary school, dude. I have middle school students doing contortion. Follow me. All of my lyrics are part of integer, delicate, operative element, never the hell of it, making benjamin, spastic calamity, passive capacity, boom. Like they're trying to keep up with it because their perception is a lot easier to grasp than somebody grown that knows how the game rolls.
Can you do that again real quick?
Yeah. Follow me. All of my lyrics are part of an integer, delicate, operative element, never the hell of it, making benjamin, spastic calamity, passive capacity, boom. Call about Dr. Mental that I'm the illest. When in the building, Rick. Man, it's crazy because I'm not even going to rap anymore on this album.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But yeah, man, we target the middle school students because you need them to grow up with you. So by the time they're out of high school, they can buy the tickets to go to your show because they fucking love you by then.
Yeah. All right. And you have any questions?
No, I just wish you the most success because it's actually refreshing to find someone original who just wants to bring something new and not be like everybody else.
Yeah, and I'm
it.
proud of you because I told everybody going 2022 I'll be saying that more often because I've been knowing you for some time.
Yep.
You're very consistent with it. Whether you're changing names or whatever the case, you're still with the arts.
Try to bring it up. Yeah, we try to bring it up.
And another thing that I know about you, even just talking to you about it, is like you're way ahead of our time. Even Space Camp 2, it's just you're not a hero.
Man, I remember when I first came out, people were like, why are you rapping like emo shit? And then you see how everything turned out. And then I'm just sitting there like, I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah. And then all the music and stuff, it makes sense. Not like, I think it was Steve Jobs that said he took a typing class, right? He just knew he wanted to take that typing class. He didn't know why. But later on, he played a factor whenever he was building whatever the hell he was building, the computer he was building, Apple. Mm-hmm. It didn't make sense at that time, but he needed to take that. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So a lot of the things don't make sense going forward, but once you have done it, looking backwards, like, no wonder I was doing all this.
It allows me now to trust myself.
Yeah.
Like with my decisions and what I'm doing, so I'm more confident being like, nah, I'm gonna do this. Is what I'm gonna do because I already know. All
right, and real quickly, all your social media and. So they can be on the lookout as far as when the project's actually going to be dropping.
IQmusic.com. The website remains the same for now. IQmusic.com is going to be the hub. That's what I'm saying. It's probably going to be for me. I'm going to build it into some sort of music hub or umbrella, which is the IQ Music umbrella, and then put everything under that maybe. Who knows? But IQmusic.com is where you're going to get all the latest news, pictures, photographs, anything you need to get related to Wolfie, the drop of Wolfie, videos, all that stuff. IQmusic.com will lead you to all my social media. That's spelled IQmuzic.com.
Yeah, I like the interact. Like it's already like a moving little thing whenever you click.
You see the motion and everything.
Motion,
Yeah, man. I want to make
nice.
it, get your attention, man, with the motion graphics.
I was waiting for it to see what
You're like, what's gonna open up
before I click the menu. Like, but for real though, I am very proud of you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Not to mention, again, we're both ex-military, but at the same time that you've been consistent with it, and good luck with your project.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
We're just putting good music. We're just putting good music.
I don't know about the BR, because I told them once the metal comes around, maybe I'm not going to go in there because it's just weird to me. But maybe just because I know you.
It's trippy, man. I'm telling you. I go into some of these worlds, and I'm like, whoa.
But I'd rather be here. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, for
like,
sure. Ain't nothing better.
Like,
that's until they get the haptic suits. You know that, right?
I'm not.
That you're gonna be able to feel all the pressure. It's gonna get crazy, and then Neuralink is gonna come in and just change it without anything, straight into your brain.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me
wrong. The
Matrix
is real, folks.
It is. It's a real deal. But at the same time, I don't want it to be. I just want to enjoy it for right now. All right. Anything else, bro?
Nah, man. I really appreciate y'all having me, man. Much love.
For sure.
Sorry for being late.
You're good.
I really enjoyed my time here.
I think we have what we needed to get in and make sure we talked about your project and everything. And that's gonna be it. So which camera, Carlos? That camera. All right. Remember, we are just like you. We are the spice in this melting pot that it is the world. Till next time.